James 1:27, religion that God our Father considers pure and faultless is to take care of the widows and the orphans in their times of affliction and to remain unstained by the world. My name is Jackie Odhiambo. I come from Western Kenya and lead Nyanam Widows Rising, a local non-profit that is equipping widowed women as the change leaders in the communities. Today, I'm honored to share with you about Nyanam through the lens of Jacinta, one of the widows who has been in our program for the last 4 years. Jacinta was 24 when her husband died, leaving her with 2 boys to raise on her own. Suddenly, she had no source of income. But what confounded her the most was the persecution and rejection she faced in the hands of her in-laws. Jacinta was accused of killing her husband, disinherited from her lands, and forced to flee from home. She thought widowhood must be a curse, and sadly, this is the experience of thousands of widows across Africa. Jacinta heard about Nyanam from a fellow widow, a moment she says marked a turning point in her life. Nyanam takes widows on a 3-phase journey of transformation. Jacinta joined her first ever widow group in phase 1 we call leadership circles. Her group met weekly for 9 months, where they offered each other love, encouragement, and support. And for the first time, she felt consoled and among peers who would help her navigate young widowhood. After 9 months in the circle, Jacinta's group transitioned to the second phase of Nyanam's work called Voice of Change. This is a 3-year training where the women meet weekly and receive peer-led, holistic, and Bible-centered training covering 12 capacities across 3 thematic areas: sustainable livelihoods, holistic well-being, and servant leadership. Jacinta is among 500 widows who have completed the 3 years of Voice of Change and are graduating to enter the 3rd phase of our work called Impact Network. This is designed to sustain the solidarity and the leadership momentum the widows have already created. 96% of this graduating class talk about significant reduction in self and societal stigma, and also improvements in mental health, food security, and land ownership journeys. They speak about increase in confidence to speak in front of people, feeling respected by their communities, and living in peace with others. Jacinta herself has grown so much, from being a group member to a widow trainer responsible for 20 widows in our group, then to a widow mentor responsible for 120 widows across 6 groups, and to now a full-time staff member at Nyanam. And what's important is she returned home the very first year she joined Nyanam, is now respected by her in-laws, and has regained full control over all of her land. Jacinta is just one of the thousands of widows that Nyanam is serving. Since 2019, we've grown from under 100 widows to over 3,000 widows in our program. And by 2030, Nyanam seeks to serve 30,000 widows. This growth will be led by widow mentors like Jacinta and through partnerships that we're already developing with churches and community-based organizations. And you too can be part of this growth. We are looking for board members or advisors with experience in scaling organizations, introductions to individual and institutional funders, because with the $2.8 million, Nyanam can reach 12,000 widows by 2027, helping each one of these women feel connected and worthy, reclaim their agency, and contribute meaningfully to their communities as leaders, just like Jacinta. Thank you.